Are we good now? There, we should be good now. Are we good? Can you guys hear me? Okay. I did not realize Katie unplugged the USB to my microphone so she could charge some batteries. Alright, we should be good. Sorry guys. Welcome in everybody. So I was saying I am working on a skull tortoise right now. Good, thank you. Thank you for helping me fix that. I did not realize. Alright, so let's take a look at the turtle shell itself on the top. See if there's anything we can do to make it like nicer. I'm gonna take the drag tool. Wondering if I can kind of make this a little more uniform out here. Or at least like patterned rather than, because right now it's just kind of blotchy and wavy all over the place. So if we can kind of equalize everything, that would be better probably. Looks like this one wants to give me a problem right here. Let's try just the move tool instead of the drag, because it's not doing what I want it to do. Smaller brush. That's better. Bigger. Yeah, that's better. And then I wonder if I can kind of smooth this out on the top. That'll also help normalize everything. It looks like not much is happening, but I promise you quite a bit actually is. It'll look a lot better. I think when I make this print, I think I'm gonna print the shell separate. Like I'll do both. I'll do a version where you can print just the shell, and I'll also do a version where you can print it with the tortoise inside of the shell. Because I think the shell by itself would be like a cool artifact type thing that you could display as decor. Interesting, different. Wonder if I can tilt it more, but I might not need to. Let's just kind of put his feet down. Down and flat. That should be good. Welcome in, guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I can help you out as good as I can. Let's move this over. Kind of wonder. Tilt it back a little. I like that positioning better, I think. And then I'm gonna have to kind of look at what happens with like the bottom legs, how they kind of come out of the shell and how they sit on the ground. Because off the top of my head, I can't quite recall. I also might need them a little more in the back here, not so far forward. But we'll see about that. A lot of weird stuff is happening right here. There we go. Yeah, because that definitely doesn't look right there. I also might need a little more space from the right here. Let me let me go ahead and hide these for a minute, and let me copy these legs so that I can make sure the sizing is appropriate, like the scale. Let me bring these down here. And the back leg should be roughly the same size, maybe slightly different diameter. But yeah, we're gonna not focus too much on that because I'm gonna do a little bit of research after to see kind of how everything works with the back legs on turtle anatomy. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is like a fictional turtle, but I want it to at least look pretty good. I'm gonna give a little more room though, maybe. I don't know if that's too much or not. I don't know. We'll see. Could put a little bit of pattern on the bottom of the shell. Let's take the crease tool and let's make a line right down the center. Not too aggressive. Let's take a bigger brush, not inverted. I want a lazy rope stabilizer. So what a lazy rope stabilizer does, this setting right here, when you're making a brush stroke, you'll have this rope. Let me put a higher one on so you can see what I'm saying. You'll have this rope right here, and nothing will actually happen until you hit the end of that rope. And that just makes it easier to make like clean brush strokes, kind of like calligraphy. It lags behind a little bit. So I'm gonna do stroke smoothing and laser rope stabilizer and make a line straight down the middle. Should be fairly easy with that laser rope stabilizer. Okay, and then we can kind of section this off. I don't really know exactly how turtle patterns are on the bottom of the shell, but we're just gonna do stuff and we'll go in later and change it. I just don't want it to be boring and basic. I'm sure it's nothing like this, but that's okay. Something. We're gonna hop off right now, but highly invested, and we'll catch the replay later. No worries, Mariah. And if you ever need help learning, if this is something you want to learn, I'm happy to help you learn. Let me go lower on the intensity here because this is kind of messing up the bottom. I don't want that to happen. I just want to kind of smooth that out right there. And whatever happened up here, I want to smooth that out. Welcome in, guys. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'm here to help you out. Add some detail in there. I want to add a sphere. So what I'm going to do with the sphere is make this like all the connecting tissue between the arms and the neck. So I can kind of fill some of this out. Let me validate. I'm going to make it red or any color, purple I guess, so I can see where everything actually is, all the material. I want to see where everything is kind of bulking out and connecting beyond the shell. I think the head could stick a little more out. So let's take the drag tool, make him a little more vicious, like he's striking or something. Give him a pretty long neck. Oh, I did not move the eyes with it. So let's undo. Redo. Let's go into the scene menu. Grab the... Let's clone the mirror because we want the eyes to be separate. And let's get the UV sphere for the eyes and put it in this mirror. Now we can select the eyes, and we can also select the head, whatever that was. There we go. And get the eyes. Okay, now we can move it so the eyes go with it. We'll do something like that. And we still have a lot of work to do to the head. We're nowhere near done with that. So the reason I wanted to do all that was so I could kind of make more, like make all this connective tissue seen a little bit more, because it was kind of all hidden behind the head. I can add like wrinkles and everything. Let's go ahead and add this. Let's bring this out, drag it out here. And drag it back. We still want the neck to be kind of skinny. In fact, we should probably skinny it up a little bit more, like right here. Drag it back. That looks better, I think. Welcome in, guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Here to help you out. If you're trying to learn how to make STL files for 3D printing or whatever it is you're trying to do with 3D, I'm happy to help you out. Or if you just want to hang out because it's interesting, no worries. Alright, let's just play around with the face a little bit and see what happens. Let me just smooth this out to kind of round it out a little bit, and we'll kind of see what happens. Let's smooth here. I don't want this to be so aggressive over the eye. Let's kind of bulk in some material. We'll add some material over the eye here so it's a little more pronounced. Let's remove a little bit so it's not so round right here. Let's flatten off. First, let's add a little bit to the head. Good. And now let's flatten it off. So I'm going to take the flatten tool, which is right, here's planar, here's flatten. And let's flatten the top of the head. That should be good. Let's smooth everything out so we can see what's happening. Be careful around the eyes. We don't want to like take all that away. So that should have like formed everything a bit better. And it did. But we still have a ton of work to do. Let's kind of smooth out here. I think defining the mouth better too is also going to make a huge difference in the eyes. I want there to be quite a bit of wrinkles around the eyes. Let's kind of smooth that whole thing. Let's clay and remove some material here so it's more definitive where the eye is. Let's take the crease tool maybe. Welcome in, guys. Let's kind of find some shapes. I'm going to reset the crease tool to get rid of those laser rope settings we did earlier. And just kind of play with with some shapes here, see what happens. Maybe we can like define a bottom jaw. Define the neck separation right here. So like that would be the jaw. This would all be the neck, which means it should be in a little bit more right here. So let's bring this in. We should bring this out so it's not so flat. Let's smooth this all out. Welcome. Where did you learn to do that? I've just been doing it for a long time, Cole. A little bit of practice here and there. Watch some YouTube when I get stuck, but just practicing and understanding how the tools work. The biggest thing is understanding how the tools work, and once you know that, everything is just understanding shapes and forms in physical space. So like actually take something and study it. Like you might think you know what a cup is and like the shapes and forms of the cup, but once you go to draw a cup, it becomes pretty apparent that you know, you might need to look a little bit deeper into the actual shapes and forms of a cup. Are the edges of the rim rounded? How rounded are they? Where does the stem fit onto the cup typically? And then once you move on to something like organic shapes like this, it becomes even more so like just understanding all of those shapes and forms. It takes a lot of practice and understanding, and I'm still learning. I got a lot to learn still. This is like my first time doing a turtle type of character like this, so I still don't really know any of the shapes and forms on this. I'm learning as I go. What app or platform is this? This app is called Nomad Sculpt. You can get it on your cell phone or a tablet if you have a tablet. Like I can get it, let me show you. This is my iPad mini, and it runs very well, but I can also get it on my iPhone, and just about any iPhone will do, and it works exactly the same. It's got all the same tooling and everything. It's just a little more cramped because all your user interface needs more space, but it works just the same. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that, TH30. Thank you. Happy to have you guys here. Yeah, definitely worth looking into. It's also now on desktop, if that is something you prefer. Let me clay up the jaw so we can kind of understand where's the actual jawline here. So let me add some material and see if we can kind of define that. There it is. So this is our jaw. What happened? Yeah, that's our jaw right there, I think. Something about this is kind of starting to remind me a little bit of, I can't remember the character name. I think it's, yeah, I can't remember, but it's one of the characters on Bigfoot. Or Littlefoot, not Bigfoot. The dinosaur. What is your favorite thing that you have made on here? I've got several. I got like some physical items with me. Let's see if I can back the camera view up a bit. So you can see a few right there in my, this is a wand I made. It's like a skull wand. This is pretty cool. I sculpted this in Nomad Sculpt. I just did this Santa skull statue. Or, I'm sorry, Santa statue. I have the Santa skull statue right here. I did a skull version as well. This is pretty cool. Two of my all-time favorites are probably these two. This is just like a very simple design, but just something about it I really like, especially if you have like light shining on it from the top right, so it illuminates like this side of the skull. That makes it look very nice. And then this one is one of my favorites. I made this inside a Nomad sculpt, painted it. I put this eye in, like these pieces just kind of come apart. And this piece here comes apart. Except it's really tight in there. I don't want to break it. But the leaves come apart from the flowers, and that's how you get the eye inside. But those are probably my favorite pieces. The hooded skull statue and that flower. How much do they cost to make? So designing obviously is going to be free minus how much the app cost. But to print, like this statue probably cost about maybe $3 of material to print of plastic. What's going on, Madeline? How are you? Good to see you. How you been? Appreciate the likes on the live stream. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Filament is pretty cheap for 3D printing. It's really not bad. Alright, let me make this material the same white color as here, so it doesn't throw everything off. And let's clay with a small brush. We'll go ahead and add like some wrinkles in here so it starts to look pretty good. We're just gonna like clay up a couple things. And once we add the two shapes together, the head with the body, that's when we can really start to detail in some like wrinkles and everything. Because the turtles, like their skin is usually very wrinkly most of the time. At least the pictures I was looking at. Let's go into clay. Let's go ahead and just add crease. And let's crease a couple of those in like I was just talking about. Just kind of crease here, and we'll add some of that like foldy skin. I don't know if it kind of folds vertically like this, I don't know, or if it's kind of horizontal this way. I'm not entirely sure. So I may need to like smooth this out and kind of redo, but something about this is looking a little bit appropriate. We're gonna make it less haphazard over time. Right now, I just want it in there so I can kind of understand shapes and forms. How you been, Madeline? It's been a very long time catching you in a live stream. It's been a long time since I live streamed. Make sure I'm focused. Let's go into the crease tool. We can crease this way. That might look good. And that'll help give some definition to this kind of bottom eyelid here. Kind of round this out. Yeah, let's round this out here. Let's take the drag tool. We've been good, just preparing for Christmas. Me too, yeah. Katie has been printing like crazy, 3D printing a bunch of presents and toys for all the kids. Pretty much the same thing though, just been preparing, 3D modeling, living life. I'm trying to form the eye a little better. Maybe we can make this, the kind of saggy part of the eye, maybe we can make that come up a little more. Yeah, there's been a lot of them. It's been fun. She's been driving herself crazy between that and the elves though. Up till like 12:30 at night. And then just remembering she hasn't done the elves yet. Let's see if we can make him a little more angry. I think if we flatten off, like lift this up and kind of flatten this off this way. Yeah, let's give it a little bit of a tilt in here if we can. Lift that up, yeah, maybe something like that. And then we have to kind of close everything in around the eye. It's a little difficult. It's not doing what I wanted to do. Let's voxel remesh and get some clean geometry around everything and see if we can kind of clean that up a little bit. So let's move this down. There we go. It's working a little bit more, but still pretty haphazard. Round this out. I want to kind of clay this up right here. I don't know if it's supposed to really be like a normal eye. Yeah, let's kind of build this up. And smooth this out. Gonna look at a reference photo real quick, and let's see if we see anything else we should be doing. Nothing there. Let's see what else I got open. For images. There we go. Yeah, let's kind of got a reference I'm gonna look at real quick. Let's try to kind of pinch this up a little bit. In fact, I might make it horned, but let's squish that in to like a point. Let's kind of bring this into, and then we can bring this out so it's like a little more rounded, but make it narrow. Kind of rounded here, narrow. We can move the nose back up if we need to, kind of make that smaller. We'll form that later. I'm not too worried about that. I'd like to kind of take the crease tool and maybe we can make some like, oop, that's not a crease. Maybe we can kind of crease in here. That's inverted. Bring back in a different chat. I want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. There we go. Yeah, let's kind of, the eyes are really far away from where I would like them. I wonder how I can fix that without ruining everything. Maybe they're okay. Maybe they're okay. I don't know. It doesn't have to be exactly like the image. And then, yeah, I want a little bit of like shape and form going this way under the eye. And then kind of, maybe I can clay something up right here. kind of pitch this way. Maybe we can smooth everything out, kind of see how things are forming together. I think this is okay. My mic is cutting out a little bit. Is this a little better? Maybe I'm just not speaking loud enough. Let me know otherwise. Hopefully that's all it is. I'm just not speaking loud enough. Maybe we can start to define this a little better in here, the mouth. It doesn't have to go too far back, but if we could kind of help understand where the edge of the mouth is, that would be good. Hi, greetings from Australia. I'm a little curious. I have a drawing tablet for my PC and you can feel the texture, but on my tablet I don't have any texture on the screen. Thank you so much, Razan. So I used to just use like a glossy screen protector. I just switched it to a matte screen protector, which is more paper-like. I didn't do it for the texture or feel of it. I did it because I wanted less glare on my screen, so you could see a little bit better. It's good. It's nice. I don't think it matters too incredibly much, if I'm being honest with you. I'm trying to get the focus just right. Yeah, I don't think it matters too incredibly much. It's more so preference. I do like the paper protector I put on it though. It is nice. Oh, I don't want to remove material here. I want to actually add in some material. I'm still removing somehow. So let's add in a little right here. Hopefully that clarified the question a little bit, Razvan. Yeah, it's starting to look pretty okay. I'd still like to make it a little more like vicious looking rather than just old, but it's not bad. Looks like things are cutting out now. Let me see if I can fix the mic. I don't know if this is an internet problem or not. Welcome in, guys. Trying to fix the screen. I don't know if that cut out or not. Nope, it's still there. Let me turn the camera off and back on. See if it connects with no problem. Is it not connecting? Let me know if it looks fixed for you guys. Right now I'm showing that it's still not connected, and I'm trying to figure that out. I'm not so sure. I don't know what's going on. There we go. Should be good now. Hey Evie, how are you? So good to see you. How you been? I don't know if I would keep it or not, but I wonder how like a kind of standard pattern on the skull would look. Like if I kind of probably wouldn't do something like that, but I was just kind of wondering if I kind of block it up, if it looks good or not. Seems a little strange, but also cool at the same time. I would make it more like an actual pattern. I was just kind of putting something in to see. Let's undo for now. I am making a skull tortoise. One of my next steps, I believe, is going to be to sculpt the claws onto it. But I think for now, I'm gonna go ahead and take a little break. Go get some lunch. But yeah, I'm doing a skull tortoise. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the live stream here for now. Evie, it was good to see you. I'm happy to catch you for a little bit before I went. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and stop